Hail, adventurers and Walmart. Thank you all for joining us for another lovely, lovely session of Hand of God. Session 20. Bagaboonga. Look at that. We are currently doling out inspiration, getting settled in here. So 2 takers. So there's 1 left. Voda, it's all you.
Nice.
As we're getting settled in, who remembers what happened last time within the Underdark?
Buster turned Brock into a giant monkey, and then Brock gave the boss and his henchman a bath. Doing so, excavated us a wall chicken, who has now joined the party as a pet/mascot.
Yep.
No, we fought the Duragar, and were able to scrape through that fight. We then continued traveling north through the Underdark, and we have just fallen in to a mysterious cavern.
Also, I tried going through Robin's shit in the middle of the night without any inspiration, and I got caught.
But you were able to lie.
I was able to lie by 1 point. And I think Austere overheard it, and I don't remember if he saw through my bullshit or not.
Did you
I think I also rolled like a 2 with whatever bonuses I have on insight or something like that. So he fully believes that you meant what you were saying too.
Yes. Did you add a basic healing potion to your sheet? Because
you
I
bet
took
your
one
buttons I did.
Okay, good, because I did take one off mine when I handed over one of Robin's.
Thank you. I'm gonna learn all of your characters' backstories. Be ready. I want to know who was in the Girl Scouts and who wasn't.
Isn't Wood the only PC girl in the party?
Wouldn't you like to know? Yeah, I think so. But fine, maybe the Wolf Scouts, the
Boy Scouts?
The Boy Scouts?
They give you cookies, and then when you take a bite, it knocks you out, and you wake up with like a kidney missing, and you're cocooned under the earth. The Wolf Scouts.
Robin doesn't take cookies from Wood.
Yeah. As long as they don't smell like smell like lemon, you're fine. It's fine. Sure, I might not be as good of a cook as Brock, but I'm learning. I'm doing my best.
Well, it has nothing to do with your skill as a cook.
That tone seems to indicate otherwise, Robin.
Oh, it's the whole murdered a room full of people with pastries.
I had to do something. They were probably gonna die anyway, okay? Bros before hoes, and they were hoes, Robin. Didn't you see their ankles?
I did not pay much attention to our... Have you been paying a lot of attention to our enemy's ankles?
You can tell a lot about someone by their ankles, Robin. How do you think I have such good insight? You two also should be around ankle height for most of these creatures. You should understand.
Hey, Voda, show us your toes.
You sick freak.
You read my fan fiction, you already know that I'm a sick freak. And so there was strife in our party forever.
Mm-hmm.
Who do you think runs WikiFeet?
Oh my god.
Oh, Jesus, no. Oster suddenly distances himself from you.
But, yeah, we fell into this mysterious cavern.
Mm-hmm.
And, I guess we're just gonna poke around. I do think that 13 sensed something down here, but...
Yeah, so when
My
we're
sleep hasn't been great this week, so
that's fine.
drawing a
Totally
bit of a
understand.
blank.
Yeah, so basically what she told you last time was that she can sense we were getting closer to the sort of source of the silver disc. That is the representation of Morden. Remember, that is the sort of dwarven progenitor god, the first, some might consider the Almighty, All-Father, has lessened, not in prominence by any means, but sort of power over the years, and not in a negative way. It almost seems to be a general sort of evolution, sort of a metaphor for dwarven kind as a whole. But you know that as you're getting closer, 13 is sort of beginning to sense this, aware of this sort of presence. She had a general idea, thankfully, also with your scouting and moving forward towards this sort of marked area, that you're fairly close to at least the entrance of either a crypt, a mausoleum, some sort of fortified underground structure that this most likely is housed in. Maybe a temple similar to what you dealt with the first coin or disc. But as it happened, some loose ground gave away. Luckily, it wasn't an immediate sort of fall. None of you got hurt, but the natural caverns sort of tumbled through, forcing you, sort of just by collapsing tunnel work, sort of forcing you all to make your way down to this now labyrinthian of corridors. This section it has some dwarven features, but it almost looks like a communal space or more thoroughfare, halfway points between Underdark civilizations. So there's dwarven craftsmanship, there's almost elven sort of carveries, gnomish, and it's this whole blend, but now forgotten. The sounds of creatures and other sort of terrifying beasts echo out in the halls to the east, and that's pretty much where we left off. We resume now, camera panning down back further, deeper into the Underdark. This layer, this section, you are in the Hanging Spires, a place that is quite treacherous, uneven grounds, hanging sort of cliff sides, flowing waterfalls, and structures built into these elongated sort of spires where they get their names from. In these maze-like tunnels, 13 turns, looks towards you all, says, well, it looks like we sort of points to the northeast. These two tunnels, to the north and to the west, kind of splinter up into an upwards ramp. She points and says, well, we're sort of blocked in, but these walkways, these thoroughfares, these passages, she sort of speaks almost as if she's remembering some of them. It's a honeycomb of walkways, meeting grounds. Sure, you could find at least some way out of here. All I know, she roughly points westwards, somewhere in that direction, but I don't have any other information. I can just sort of sense the disc. Its location is housed over there. She sort of points to the east.
Well, let's get going.
After you. The cockatrice, now tamed by your party, Millie, waddles forward and with a big old squawk, squawks down, puffs up her chest, and struts around like she owns the place.
Maybe she does. We don't know.
She might. Yeah, she just sort of looks around. Brock, you head down the stairs. The room opens up to about, we'll say, 15 feet in height. A passageway to the north is collapsed. You notice that there are also sections. Let's see through the token real quick. Just to the southeast, a floor that's completely caved away into just pure darkness.
Can I trap check?
Sure. Go right ahead. 24. You do not spot any immediate traps in the room. You can tell by looking that the room is not necessarily very stable, if that makes sense. You don't see any like obvious tripwires or anything, but something explosive might cause a lot of issues, at least in this room.
Naturally occurring traps. Gotcha.
Yes.
I turn to the group and say, this room looks clear of any designed problems for us, but let's be gentle with it.
Jam returns to wood, scratching some graffiti into one of the walls. Oh, okay.
Anything of note in this corner?
Pile of bones. Looks like something is gnawed on them. Without check, you don't know if it was recent or a long time ago, but it is chewed up bones.
Chewed up bones.
Joe, did my dark vision transfer?
Dark vision? No, I gotta fix that. You have, is it
60?
Yep. That was my fault. So
Nope, it's fine.
Oh.
I can see.
Wood stares deeply at these bones and kind of like looks at the little teeth marks and then kind of pokes at their teeth and say, these seem smaller than mine.
I don't know what to do with that information.
I see some bugs down that way. I point down the current hallway.
Do bugs freak Oster out or just meth?
Many bugs are actually extremely clean. Did you know that ants clean themselves before entering their hive, and our group members will often sit outside and enforce this? It's actually quite fascinating.
I did not know that.
That actually is very cool.
Oster wouldn't know it, but it's largely because there are some parasites and whatnot that they'll check each other for before they enter, and there are even some that if they show signs of having it, the guard ants will just kill them on the spot so they don't spread it.
Harsh. Understandable, but harsh.
Yep. Famously, some of the really contagious fungus, the guard ants will then kill themselves afterwards too, because they're exposed after doing that.
Jeez.
It's like the cordyceps stuff.
Last of Us.
Yeah, I think that is one of the examples, yes.
Brock and Robin. Robin, actually, I don't think you can see this. Brock can. Brock, in front of you, past the chasm there, some sort of body blocking Robin, there is a massive pit. Sections of the ground has collapsed inwards, leading again to the sort of inky black darkness. This hallway that you're in is maximum 10 feet tall. Anywhere that I'll say right now, unless I say otherwise, that looks like a in between sort of craggy hallway, alcoves, things of that sort, is going to be 10 feet tall maximum. So quite narrow. Across this broken chasm is an insect, a beetle by the looks of it, but not just, beetle that could fit in your palm of your hand or maybe the size of your shoe, some of the larger ones. This beetle is about the size of a full-grown dog, a mastiff, actually. Turns and chitters quite loudly. A soft, fiery glow billows in its mouth and then just stands there, just chittering, clicking at you.
Does it look like the bugs that one troglodyte commanded way back in the first fight?
Roll me a history or a nature check.
I mean, I can't see him, so should Brock roll it?
I can certainly try.
Go ahead, Brock.
I'm okay. Bug. They just look like bugs to me, man. I don't know what you want from me. I didn't study that.
Are these the same as the ones we saw with the troglodytes?
I don't know.
We saw some
They're
fire
bugs.
bugs with the troglodytes.
Couldn't tell you.
When we first
Bugs,
I
man.
figured
I don't know
like
what you
that-
want.
that
They're
weird
bugs.
Time of my life.
Those
Yeah, that's
ones
I wonder
spit
if-
fire, so
Is your mom's amnesia contagious?
I don't know, but if it is, I also don't remember anything with the troglodytes, so I'd say the cool bird guy, the one who identified the poisons, and then Wood just looks dreamingly off in the distance. Didn't seem to indicate that it was like spreadable, but she had those like spores around her. Do you want me to check your hair?
Would. It was a joke.
Oh,
Also, Corvus, I believe, was their name.
Corvus, yeah.
Well, they're coming over, so
Perhaps they want to be friends.
any of you good with animals? I'm not particularly.
I have a -1 to animal handling, but I can see them now, so.
I'm good at killing them.
+6 to animal
See if we
handling.
Why don't you go see what you can convince them to let us through, or
Okay.
if
Your
sorry.
plan is to negotiate with insects?
Yeah.
A little offered food might save us a lot of trouble.
Remember how we offered the troglodytes food, though, so we probably shouldn't offer a ration from Brock. Does anyone have any good, like, spoiled meat or something?
We've got crossbow bolts.
Oof. I don't think that's quite meat-like. I'm not an expert in such things. I think
I'm
Wood's
just
gonna...
saying what we're likely to feed them.
Okay, Wood's going to like dig deep into like the bottom of their bag, like down where probably the most cursed ration possible out of my supply is.
Okay.
Like something that was like from 5 adventures ago, just long forgotten, long expired, but like in like kind of just like a or like just like kind of a meaty. It once was a fish. Okay.
Sure.
Has Brock used all of the rhyme worm meat?
No.
Brock, has it turned into a pastry yet? Can I use some of the lime worm here?
Yeah, you can use one.
Okay, thank you. Okay, all right. Can I count that as a help action from Brock?
Sure.
Thank you, O Holy DM. I'll be a 23, please. I'm going to, like, just negotiate. Like, I'm gonna, like, have these rations. I'm gonna be like...
Sure. Brock is sort of blocking the hallway, but the chittering grows louder. Others in the hallway start to climb along the walls towards you.
Mm-hmm.
See their little beady eyes. Oh, where'd he go? Just disappear. That's fun. Their little beady eyes just kind of like stare deeply at you.
I would like to draw and ready my crossbow.
Okay, you can really tell a lot from a creature's eyes, you know?
They're behind us as well.
Well, good thing I've got these rations. And so, just gonna...
Millie starts to peck at the larger one, and they just kind of... They start sort of, not outward attacking each other, but sort of warning pecks.
Millie!
I put like a foot under Millie and sort of try and pull back. Not like a good grip, so it's not really intended to like move her efficiently, just enough to like force her to create a little distance.
Sure. sort of looks at you, squawks, and immediately flutters. A few feathers fly off her big old body there,
So-
and just squawks right behind you.
Can I right now, before any potential combat starts,
Mhm.
swap my elemental crossbow to cold ammo?
You absolutely can. Yeah, it's a bonus action. It takes like a second. You just trace the rune, and it immediately starts to glow to the new symbol there.
Okay, so Robin's gonna do that.
Okay, Wood's going to point at the abyss. Like I'm gonna just weave from Brock's under Brock's feet like a cat, but with my food. So like the food's gonna be still within eye view. I'm gonna make eye contact with one of these beautiful creatures and try and make some chirping noises, and then be like, eh! And then I'll say I'll try and gesture can't cross the road or can't cross the abyss. If you help, we can exchange for some snackies. What's your
Well, the thing is, I don't know that they understand speech.
But they can understand desperation. Have you looked into these beautiful creatures' eyes? Put that down, Robin. Look at them. They're just chilling. I think they want these snackies. They just need to know that we're plebs who just need help building a bridge or something. Come on.
I don't need help building a bridge.
Trust
I
me,
can just
Brock.
jump across.
A troglodyte looks at you. Spear dipped in poison points at you. It looks like this. If I can find the art.
So,
Oh.
my real life memory did serve me well. Just none of our memory rolls.
I will give you all one opportunity to do something. They look aggressive. They're definitely not outright attacking you, but they're not exactly welcoming you either.
Friend.
Wood can take out some money. I'll take out a pouch.
I don't think they care about
50
money, I'm
gold.
gonna be honest.
But they're shiny. Okay.
Don't give them jam.
Not give them jam. Yeah, that pissed them off last time.
You don't happen to have any of that meat from the weird monster out in the snow that somehow did work on a pastry, but seemed like it really shouldn't. The slug monsters, that's what it was. Do you?
Did you toss the, did you give that one away, Rookie, though?
No, it's still in my hand. I'll give it to Oster. I'll put the slimy thing into Oster's hand. Because it sounds like he's got an idea.
No, you can do the negotiating. I'm not great at this. It seemed like the food they might like.
Okay. So I guess as my action, I am going to put a little message, a little heart, tie it on with a cute little ribbon with this monster pastry that worked well that one time, and then I'm gonna pass it to Brock and say, just gently toss it, an underhand toss to the troglodyte, okay? Not aggressively. We want to throw it friendly, okay? Do you think you can do that? I'm too anemic to try. This is our one and only chance. Things are tense, Rock. Thank you. Our holy DM is giving us one chance for peace. Okay. The pastry's now locked and loaded, Brock. You go.
I will softly toss it to the troglodyte.
Light of hand. Okay.
Oh.
Not locked
see.
in today.
Toss it. It's a 25-foot throw over a chasm that's not exactly level. Let's see. Okay. You toss it, and the troglodyte, you can see it gently sort of lands at the troglodyte's feet. The troglodyte reaches down, but its sort of taloned feet lightly touch it, tries to grab it, and it tumbles down into the chasm. Troglodyte almost falls down and kind of stops, holding onto their spear, looking down as it just tumbles into basically the void. Slowly looks up at you. Starts lapping its tongue at you aggressively. I would like everybody to roll initiative. Good try. I have a very specific reference. If you look up, there's like this woman with like a little dog, and she looks like she's about to feed him in his bowl, and puts like 2 little kibbles in it, and it looks down and then looks up and just immediately snaps at her.
I remember that one. Yep.
Yeah.
I think I know the one you're talking about, yeah.
But yeah, so sadly, that chunk is now lost to whatever is on the next level. Okay, so let 1 sec. I need to grab the laundry. So. Okay. So you're not surprised or anything like that. So this is just flat roll.
Oh, Robin has been expecting this since Brock spotted the bugs.
Completely valid.
I think that might just be PTSD in you, Robin. I think you should talk to a professional if you're not going to talk to me about.
I am a professional.
At killing bugs? You've worked as an exterminator.
I mean, that's what I'm being paid to do.
There it is. That's exactly. Yeah, thank you. Make post that. Thank you. All right. So let's swap over the tunes. We'll get this. Okay. Top of the round, Robin. You're obviously very aware that this could happen. What would you like to do?
I'm just gonna shoot the bug that I see straight down the hallway.
Sure. Millie immediately ducks into the corner. Starts squawking at you behind your ear.
22.
22, yeah, that arrow flies, thunks right into the beetle.
And there should also be an extra 9 damage because it's the first round. And I'm an assassin. And 7 of that is cold.
Absolutely overkill. It explodes just to fire a little... like squishing a bug, poor little fella. Just splats, thunks to the ground. Nowhere even close to avoiding that. Very dead.
Okay. Do I have any good bonus actions? I'm gonna step in here and hide. Using the cunning action. I'm gonna take the hide action if I can, just in this little dip in the hallway.
Sounds good to me. All right. Roll me a stealth check. Because you're hiding.
Shouldn't have advantage, but it is a minimum of 21. 1 because
Then,
of
yeah.
my reliable talent.
Yeah, then just Jesus. All right, give yourself 21. Or like mentally if I have to ask for it. All right, Robin. Yeah, you slink into the shadows. Wood, you're up.
Okay. Oh, holy DM.
Mhm.
Is this... Ooh. Ah! Is this spot right here technically something that one could occupy?
Yes, you are small, so you would not need to make a check. You would need to obviously figure out how to get there. But for example, Brock, if they were just to jump there, they would need to make a check of some kind.
Okay, I would like to put my double over there, please.
Okay. Oh, I forgot to grab your double. 1 sec. Bad DM. Where were we last? We were. Different bridge. Big bone. Demo. Demo Bessie.
We can use Bessie as a quick replace as my double. We're about the same height.
It's loaded. And boom. There you go.
Beautiful. I would like to stomp on a pamphlet of Helm and
Okay.
then cast Spirit Guardians.
Alrighty. Helm, so that would be radiant light. Okay. Envelops, swirls around you. Okay. 1 second. Okay. So, just a reminder, if you scroll all the way down to the token settings, select the token, click the little cog wheel, scroll all the way down, it'll show aura.
Or
That is 15. Boom, there you go. Okay, so that is striking everything in the area. It's maybe a very quick combat. That's fine. Total 1, 2, 3, 4 for the fiery beetles. And for the troglodyte, wisdom save. Fails. See the damage.
alrighty. La damage should be loading. 19, please.
Gosh, dang. Okay, yeah. So, the swirling radiant light flies through. One of the fire beetles succeeds. Everything else fails. My goodness. As the radiant light swirls around, basically as just like the old namesake, blends through all of these bugs and the troglodytes falling into the abyss. 3 of them just crumble, and as the radiant light hits them, you see these small little pockets of fiery pops and explosions, like tiny little condensed bombs just pop at each one. But no one is close enough, so no need to worry. As explosion here, here, and here, as the bugs tumble down into the darkness. Dead.
Okay. I think Wood will proceed. Does it take any additional actions just to go prone?
Half movement.
Half movement. Okay. Yeah, Wood will use like half movement just to wallow on the ground and just say, this could have been a peaceful encounter. And that's it for me.
Sounds good. Alrighty. Voda, you're up.
Do a quick somersault over to here. And then do some frost breath.
Hell yeah.
All these gentlemen make some deck saves, please. Or
Alrighty.
con saves. Yeah, con saves.
Con save.
No deck saves. Okay, yeah, deck save.
Is it a deck save?
Yeah.
Okay. I'll get rid of that then. Alright, Beastmaster sees it, tries to duck out of the way. The three lovely fiery beetles. All six. There's 2 crits on this. God damn.
Well, they all succeed. However,
It is cold.
cold damage. That'll be 12 cold damage.
Okay, even on a success, the 3 beetles shrivel up as the cold. As each one, well, actually, it's cold, so the little fire that they're about to just sort of crystallizes and shrivel to the ground like a worm that's been out in the sun. All gone. Say Libby.
Then I'll
The-
twirl around and bring in the troglodyte.
Okay, yeah. Troglodyte pulls up their spear, trying to deflect, which they do. Oh my goodness. That is a critical fail.
No, wait, I'm lucky, right? I'm lucky. I can
Nope.
use a luck point.
Okay.
What do? I just re-roll it. Yeah, I would re-roll it. As a 30.
Yeah, that's gonna hit.
Very lucky.
Very lucky. Twirl around, smack, crashing with the staff. Troglodyte's still alive. Pixels of health.
Then I'll use my bonus action to do a couple of spinning kicks.
Okay.
Flurry of blows.
First one sees it, ducks. Second one does connect. Hits him square in the face.
For 6 bludgeoning.
6 bludgeoning. All right. Pixels of health. Still up. Vote anything else.
That'll do.
Okay. Oster, you're up.
Well, I had started thinking up a plan, but I see everything just collapse almost right away, so I just take out my wand of tentacles and swing at the guy who stayed up in front of me.
Okay.
My tentacle rod.
Two connect. One goes wide. Tentacles fly out past 13. She ducks out of the way.
17
As-
psychic.
God. Yeah, the 2 tentacles wrap around its face, starts swinging wildly, tries to almost hit Voda, and then just falls down with a heavy thud. Its spear breaks beneath its weight. Dead. Nicely done.
I'm gonna move up to where I can see what's going on down here. I can't really see much of anything, but I don't want to be in line of sight for anybody, so I move back and end my turn.
Okay. Brock, you're up.
Okay, I'm gonna use my bonus action to fiery dash behind this gentleman, setting him on fire.
Okay.
So it takes 2d10, 14 fire, and 1d10.
Pixels of health.
Oh, pixels? Oh shit.
Yeah.
Alright, well, I'm just gonna do a normal attack then. This 18, I
That's a
assume
hit.
hits.
Swing the great axe, chops right into, split in
That's
two.
too much. But
Darth
yeah, I
Maul
think
death
he's
scene. Way too
still dead
much.
anyways.
Falls into the pit. Like OG, the Phantom Menace, cutting Darth Maul into 2. Falls down, dead.
I am going to. I'm just gonna look around. I'm taking a peep. See? Do I
Sure.
feel any?
You move down the hall, And you notice that the room expands to about 15 feet in height, but you are immediately accosted by this very acidic smell. It sort of burns, actually, a little bit just by even being nearby. I need you to immediately make a Constitution saving throw.
Is this related to being poisoned?
No.
19.
19. You are okay. Keep in mind that you are at least immune to the effects of being around basically like a toxic vat, this like acidic goop. If you fall in, that's a different story, but just by the fumes of this thing. So you are fine for at least a little while. Brock, anything else?
Do I get the... I guess I could take one more step. Do I get the vibe that there's any more guys around?
Do you have a bonus action available?
No, I only have an attack action. Or an attack.
Second, it's still the main thing. Then no.
Okay.
You're out of resources here to check for anything.
Alright, I will
It's stinky.
just use my remaining movement to get back as much as I can.
Okay.
That's it.
Sounds good. I've got gamers. I have a beetle with 1 HP, and that's all I had left before. just so you know. 1 HP in a dream. It's in the fucking blender. It's when it ends its turn. It's gonna move here and immediately attack Wood, who's prone with advantage, just because I got to do something. With a 22, I bite. Oh, I'm gonna burn you. 4 piercing, 16 fire. It immediately ends its turn in the blender, and as that happens, you hear this like sound as the beetle pops and explodes. Please make me a dexterity saving throw.
Hold up. I am still subtracting 12 from my HP because I have fire resistance. And dexterity save, is that with disadvantage?
No, you don't have any statuses, so you could sort of stop, drop, and roll kind of deal. It's a little condensed, little burst of heat, which you easily avoid. It's an all or nothing thing. The beetle crumbles and dies. 13 doesn't even get a chance to go. Adventurers. Too easy. Nicely done. We are out of combat for now. Oh my goodness.
That was easy.
That's a copyrighted phrase, Brock. Staples is gonna sue us.
What the fuck is a Staples?
Wood gasps. Only the best parchment store this side of the... Oh, holy DM, what's the name of a famous river in D&D?
What's the river that goes through Baldur's Gate? I can't remember right now. I have to check the map. I'm sorry.
Baldur's Gate! It's the
bring up the
best
map again.
stationery store this side of Baldur's Gate! Brock?
I don't know what you want from me.
I just want you to understand me. And also your entire backstory and any person you might have ever looked at as a romantic interest, and also your social security number, and everything. That's what I want from
Has
you.
Wood stood up, or are you crawling and doing all this?
I'm still on the ground wallowing. I don't know if you can step over me with your tiny legs.
Man, I'm trying to decide if I can shimmy along the edge of this hole, or if that would be dangerous and stupid.
This hole?
Yeah.
Out of combat, it's probably fine.
Do you want
Maybe.
a rope or something?
I mean, I have a rope.
I don't think I should be the one holding your rope. but
Anything interesting over there, Brock?
A lot of vats of acid. So we could dispose of a lot of bodies.
I was about to ask if we ever actually have need of that, like how many bodies we need to dispose of, but it's been quite a few, hasn't it?
I mean, it would have been nice in Revel's End.
Hmm. This is making me rethink my
I'm
career.
gonna do some scouting down the other hallways. I'll yell if something bad happens to me.
Voda, hold on.
Roland's gonna follow him.
Voda, you're
I'll
just about to
here.
fall into the abyss. Yeah. Take
Oh.
a step back.
That's a hole. Okay, I can
Yeah, it's a bit. Yeah.
I can easily just hop over that, but
Yes.
yes, I
but
see it now.
It is. So you say that the landing is not very stable. It's slanted downwards. You could still make these jumps, but you would still need to make a check at least of some kind. There are several sort of desiccated bones scattered about, steps leading upwards in this winding sort of corridor. You're about maybe 3 or 4 feet below, so like you're on ground that's a little bit lower than this like lip that's up here, as well as the gap.
I see. Can I run along the wall so that I can jump off from here?
Yes, you can.
I do that and then honestly make the wall
Sure.
there, but I will make a check if you'd like.
You make it easy. I know I saw your sheet, and I know that you now have the cool things for the monk thing. Yeah, so without, like, just a casual jump would have been more difficult, but by using your newfound talents, you run along the side of the wall, do a little parkour jump, fling from the corner of the wall, and land to safety. A few rocks kind of tumble down into the darkness, but you are absolutely safe. Quick question for Wood. Wood, is your double still casting Spirit Guardians?
I was gonna say, I'll say yes for pretty much as long as possible, which I think
Okay.
might be about a minute. It feels
Then
like
it's gone now. It's already been at least a minute. Sorry about that.
okay. That's okay.
Set the
All right.
ratings to 0. Voda.
You guys want to just do like I did? You can make it across that way, right?
I could use a hand. I cast Mage Hand and like hold one end of a rope and have the Mage Hand carry the other end to Voda. I say it looks like there's a column here or something right about there. Is there something you could tie the rope off to for us? That looks sturdy, please. I don't want it just going into the tunnel with us. Or sorry, the hole in the ground. Would you mind?
Yeah. Do I
Yep.
see something sturdy enough? The map does not make it obvious that anything
The
would
alcoves
be easy to tie things off.
look like they probably housed maybe like sarcophagi or a few other things. It looks like they were broken or smashed a long time ago, but there is still chunks of these sort of stone slabs that you might be able to have some.
How much
have
does
climbed-
Millie weigh, by the way?
I have
That's
a
a good
climber's kit with pitons if we want to do that.
Oh, I have some of those too. It might be the sensible solution.
Let's see, do I have a hammer?
I'm just wondering, can Mage Hand pick up Millie? Because if so, I'm going to carry her across the chasm.
Millie is like maybe 30, 40-ish pounds.
Okay,
maybe
so
a
not
little more.
quite. Not by a good margin, actually.
So from what I'm seeing over here, actually, stay there for a second. Oh, okay.
I see that's the last we ever saw of Voda.
I can still see. Oh, no, I can't.
Yeah, no. I'm not sure it's worth you guys even coming over here.
Ah, my
It just
apologies.
kind of circles
Here, I'll make
around.
room on this landing for you.
Okay. And real quick, I'm going to bounce over to Brock. Brock, you're by yourself. Head down a set of steps. The room opens up to actually 20 feet in height. It's a very large chamber. Acid starts billowing and bubbling. sizzles. You can sense that it's a heat that's different than what you now are. Your body has attuned to, has changed. You have a connection to the elemental plane of fire now, but this is something different, caustic, dissolving, popping, boiling.
Can I look around and see what the status of this ground is? Its stability
Sure.
level?
Okay. The ground itself, stability, being a dwarf, make a perception check. I will give you advantage.
You know what? Does this give me? Is tremor sense is like movement, not necessarily like.
Correct.
Okay. Oh, what's that then? You
Use that
said
if you want.
perception?
Perception with advantage. 16. The ground is dangerous, sure. There is enough space that you would be able to shimmy across, even sort of dwarven frame. Some sections, which I can sort of ping on the map. Actually, let me use this tool. The sections that clearly look that are at least less than half would be pretty tough to sort of stand on, which is right around sort of the lip of the sections of this almost like pond or pool of acid. You look at it, and you can't even see the bottom. It's just constantly dissolving and churning. But beyond that, the other sections of ground, like in the corner, even walking to the corner would probably be okay. It's just the very end points would be the most dangerous. That's out of combat. If you were, say, fighting something, would be much more treacherous because you're naturally, moving. It's you're not just standing in one place. You're always constantly moving, ducking, and trying to avoid getting hit or find a spot to hit something.
Could I possibly jump to here? What's the vibe on that? Is that a roll? Or do I feel confident in my...
It would be a roll. It wouldn't be that difficult of a roll.
Okay. I'm gonna jump...
Athletics or acrobatics.
Oh, it's gonna be athletics.
Okay, yeah.
Because
you have to kind of jump around the corner. 19 is plenty. You, with a heavy thump, you land into the alcove. You notice that the alcove is filled with bones. Also, beyond that, I will allow you one more check. Either medicine or perception. After this, I'm going to bounce to the main group.
Medicine or perception?
I definitely plans to not be in the group. Everyone followed me, though.
No, I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about.
You don't know. There's bones. Okay.
Bones.
Well, Boda, since you wanted to go off on your own, I can go back to you for a hot moment.
I mean, I'll just pop back across.
Okay. Yeah, you're able to pretty much do anything, especially out of combat, for spots that look like you can jump over, not just huge chasms or anything.
Yeah, just do like a running jump team.
Oh, running jump. Yep.
Yeah, that corridor at least is not worth going down. It just ends at the pit. From the other hallway.
It looks
There
like
are
there's ways over
other
there. Do you want to
Our
check those? Or do
options
you want
are
to check on
southern
Brock?
hall. Oh, sorry.
Oh, sorry.
Those would be harder to get to, I think. Although they do look like they have some interesting stuff down there.
Then our option would be heading down south over here, or following Brock.
I say we at least collect Brock if we're going a different direction. I don't like us being separated. I believe there is some famous historical tactician who said something about divide and conquer. Best not to be divided. can I, as a fully grown elf, fit across that thing that Robin just crossed without?
You will need to make a check. It will be pretty easy being who you are. If you are
Alright.
small, like if you're Robin or Wood size, then you can scurry across, no problem.
Oh,
Okay,
I can
will-
scurry across. Okay.
Not, it would be pretty difficult prone, I will say, to be able to crawl through that.
I'll get out of your way.
No, Joe. Would you say this is a warm corner?
It's
Or is
not
it cool?
really.
Is it a casually cool corner?
Little, it's kind of a cooled corner, yeah.
All right.
Casual cool corner.
Yeah, I think it's gonna be a casual cool corner. Because if you guys are just on a retrieval mission, I don't want to cross that big cavern. It seems scary. And I'm small and not strong, so if I could take a tumble, it'll be a situation. So I'm just gonna hang out here.
Okay. And swap. Rock. The bones you look at, really not much of anything else. Bones been picked clean. They're almost like perfectly clean, but you don't see much of anything else that's discernible.
I shrug my shoulders. There's some bones. And then I turn south and am sizing up the jump south.
Mm-hmm.
What's my confidence level? Knowing that I have 20 strength, so I think
you can.
I think I can.
It's so when it's sort of a flat hallway without really any other issues, you making the jump. It's not too hard. Classic pit trap down a perfectly clean hallway. We can argue that all day. Uneven ground with now heat, caustic sort of air, the acid pit takes a little bit more oomph, shall we say? But where you're standing, it would probably be relatively easy to jump across. It would require an athletics check.
All right, I'm sending it.
Okay.
Oh, also,
Take a roll.
I did
Sure.
roll acrobatics, but I also have a +8 in acrobatics, so I'm doing
Nice.
athletics this time.
Athletics or acrobatics, that's fine. So you running jump, you're wearing fucking plate armor. You clear the gap, and as soon as you do, the heavy thud, two things happen. One, again, Brock is wearing adamantine plate. This thing is not fucking subtle at all. The
Goddamn
group,
right.
you hear it. It echoes a little bit.
Uh-oh.
I would like nobody else to move. I would like Oster, and I would like Voda to please roll me a D100. Okay. You're lucky. Nothing happens. You do notice that some of the loose rocks in the ceiling kind of few pebbles kind of thunk, thunk, thunk. Millie looks around, sees one of the pebbles, opens up her mouth, starts eating it, goes cross-eyed, spits it out. But you can notice that a few subtle cracks on this 10-foot craggy ceiling start to form. Secondly, as we bounce back to Brock, with a heavy thud, Brock, you land. There's a acid puddle in front of you and more corridors. Until something else that you fail to perceive. Bubbling, churning, boiling, and toiling. Something schleps and splats onto the shore. Slowly rises up this undulating mass of blackened filth. It looks to be like pockets of tar, twisted taffy with bubbles bursting, small microbes flowing through its form until it creates a long sort of snake-like appendage. It slurps up to the shore and attacks Brock with advantage.
Oh my.
26. this blackened pseudopod smacks and splorts right into the back of Brock. 17 points of acid. Brock, your armor is adamantine, which you're lucky about. It's not perfect. Roll me a D100. I will tell you, if it is 10 or lower, it will be damaged by this. Okay, you're lucky. This thing splats you right into the back. Brock obviously jolts you awake. You turn around and start seeing this. Then two things happen. You see this. It starts warbling. And I would say looking at you, but you can't really. There's nothing to look at. It's not like the picture. It's a black mass of tar and death. This is what you see. And then the corner of your eye, Barack, pressing out like that, a filament of refuse on sort of a lake or ocean bed. Another murky pile. Other group. What are you doing? You hear this.
Hey guys, where's Brock? I genuinely don't know where he is.
I noticed some cracks in the ceiling. Let's all try and be quiet as we go to him. Which way? I feel like I wasn't present when he disappeared from the group, but last I saw he was down this hallway, no? In the direction of the bubbling acid pit?
Perhaps.
That was the last I saw him.
That is the last I saw him too.
Does anybody know?
I mean, maybe Wood's double could have seen him walk off, but...
No, my double can only see what I see. But
Are we hearing this from down this hallway?
yeah, they were coming from the noises were coming from that way.
Scorching and stuff.
Okay. I say we all go try and help him with whatever sounds like it's going on. Anybody need help getting across? I can cast a spell real quick.
Wood's still just rolling on the floor as a means of transportation.
I need to use some magic to get across. I can extend it to somebody else if they need it. Who needs it? To get over there.
Wood is going to stand up and do the little sleety scooching around the edges.
Give me the end of the rope.
Across to there?
Is there enough ground here for Robin to try to shimmy across?
Ooh, that's a good question. I'm going to pause my countdown. Let me move Woods. Ooh, I don't see any ground. So you would need to make a check. Robin, since you are small, I will give you advantage on it. It will be an acrobatics or an athletics. Try to shimmy from like here to here around it. Anyone else would be a little bit more difficult.
All right, Voda, you can fly, right?
I can. I was going to say, just give me the rope and I'll fly across.
On myself and 13, you're pretty strong. And then we can try and carry a couple people across, yeah?
I think I've done this in the past. With at least the small.
Robin, you easily skirt around the bed. You're safe.
I will sprout wing and fly over here and grab Wood.
Whee!
Right,
Let me know when I need to roll my con save.
Now, you got to roll a con save.
Okay.
I will cast
Come with me.
fly at 4th level on myself and 13, so we both sprout draconic wings for just a few minutes.
I think I'm going to use my inspo on that.
Okay, that works for me. So I'm going to pause my counter real quick. This is all kind of happening at once. Brock gets slacked in the back, turn around, start seeing this other pile. Seconds of a time difference here. So fly is being cast. You said at
Yep.
4th level. Who
Yes,
else
that
is
allows
it?
me to target 2 people, myself and 13. So we both
Okay,
can fly.
let me give 13 flight. She'll just sort of hover over, so I'm not going to give her vertical movement.
Yeah, I'm also like really not that far off the ground either.
Yeah.
Myself some walls.
Okay.
Where are those? There we go.
Robin, yep, you are now immune to the effects of this sort of caustic, acidic smell. It's like battery acid. Immediately hits your face and nostrils, but you're okay for now.
Whoa.
Oh
okay.
God! Do I need to make some sort of con save?
All right, pause. Perfect. I need everybody to please roll me initiative. Brock, you will be doing so with disadvantage. I will be rolling with advantage. Voda, please make me a Constitution saving throw.
Yes.
Am I still being carried by you, Voda?
No, I set you down.
Okay,
And
cool.
basically just past the.
Put you down right there.
All right, perfect.
Brock, how did you get so deep in on your own? Why would you do this?
Brock only has a W key.
I only have a W.
Only W. Only W.
It's in my flaws.
Oh, this is
I
gonna
don't know,
be
it's just exploring.
fun.
You're just talking so chill right now.
These fucking huge masses of just undulating, moving tar with like microbes and acid just dripping off, just slopping over these like 10-foot tall basic bubbles. You just see Brock like, oh, just at the opposite end, light bouncing all around. Fantastic imagery. Voda and Wood, who's quicker? Probably Voda.
Voda.
Yeah, I figured. All right, Voda, 17.5 and 13. She'll just get the designated 1 unless we're in like a major fight. Oops. Try that again. Okay. And Pudding should have 12. Should be quicker than Barack. Perfect. All right. At least to get a round in for a short rest. Let's get this show on the road with Voda. Let me change the tunes. Come on. Voda. Top the round.
All right. The ceiling does open up a little bit in this cavern.
Yeah. So these 2 rooms are 20 feet in height.
Okay. So I will gain some height here. I'll get up to say I don't know, 10 feet. Yep.
Yep.
You're saying 5. It's fine. We'll see how it actually works. I'm going to
I can help you.
put my hand on my. No, sorry, I was looking at an attack that has the wrong modifier based on an item that I have. I want to put my hand on my. I want to touch the circlet that I'm wearing, and the gem in it starts glowing, and I'm going to blast 3 bolts of fire.
Oh, okay.
Let's say all at this one. Cast Scorching Ray. Just
Okay, yeah. Several beams of fire.
Okay.
Got the height advantage. 3 beams strike the black pudding, burning it.
All 3?
All 3 hit. It's really not moving quick. Quite slow. 12. 5 and 4. Okay. Starts burning it away. It pops and bubbles.
Yeah. Stupid Brock put it in position.
I'm creating conflict.
I'm gonna fly over here.
Okay.
Maybe even into here. I don't know what their range is, but they seem like they could feasibly goop out some sort of something or other.
Something.
That will be it for
Okay.
Go next.
Works for me. Wood, you're up next.
Sir, yes, sir. I am going to scamper, and you tell me when to make the Constitution saving throw.
Now.
Okay. Constitution saving throw. Oof.
Okay. That
Fuck me up.
is a partial success. So you will have immunity for the rest of you dealing with this smell, but you will get sort of a huge wash of this sort of acidic kind of effect, this plume. I am going to do 21 points of acid damage as you sort of breathe this in, but you are now immune to its effects.
21. 50 minus 21 would be...
29.
Ugh, you're so good at this game, Joseph Gregory. Beautiful. Okay, that was 20 feet. Can I scooch this way? Walking through with my last 10 feet of movement?
Yeah,
Or
that's fine.
you need... Okay, beautiful. Alright, let's see what's going on here. Oh! Oh. Alright, Wood's going to kind of look at the camera in sheer panic while understanding that there is more than one monster of the tentacle persuasion. Kind of just... Oh! Well... I guess I will casually, with my lack of... going to try casting Banish on one of them, or Banishment on one of them.
Oh, okay. Phil just got to be good. Yeah, that's a cool idea. All right, banishment. Hell yeah. So what does this look like? Because this is not a spell used every day.
What's going to take a gander? Like, in their brain is going to short circuit, and then like it's going to come out almost by accident. Damn it, Banished is not appearing on the Wikipedia of D&D gods, but a pamphlet.
There's Bane, but
yeah, let's go with Pamphlet of Bane. Just
Ooh.
twinkles onto the floor.
You pulling that out immediately makes Oster trust you less.
Well, it just comes out.
Yeah, 13 sees it also because she was tortured by Bane Knights, so she's like, ugh.
Like, it's just come out sometimes, okay?
Oh, fucking Shred 3. Go ahead.
So, a pamphlet of Bane that everyone notices just trickles from Wood's bag of pamphlet holding, and like they try to take a step back but accidentally step on this, creating shrieks of magic to come in and try to surround this gentleman right here.
Okay, so I got to make a charisma saving throw. All right. I fail.
All right.
So, as you step on that, with a sort of little pop, just a little whoop, whoop, the pudding just poofs out of existence, at least temporarily. So you are concentrating on that.
Would you say this was an aberration or fiend or elemental?
I would say it is not. I will allow you, since you cast this, and because banishment, it's two things. One, as you said, it's like a fiend or aberration, like something of a different plane. It's like you go back home, and after combat, you're still there. You can't come back. Second option, it's like if they're from Faerun or like our plane of existence, basically, they're sort of put into this like demi little pocket plane. Sort of they're sent away, and then eventually they will come back. So they get put in jail for a little bit, and then they'll immediately come back to where they were.
Okay. Oh, everything's fine.
You do recognize as you do that. I'm not even going to have you roll. We'll just give this to you. You recognize it is a natural creature. Is the Underdark after all? It's technically an ooze, is what you learn.
This was not in the tourist pamphlet guides. Or the Underdark.
Okay. All right, mark yourself that you are concentrating, and we'll continue. Anything else?
I am going to drink a potion for healing, but that'll be it.
Sounds good. Robin, you're up. Stage.
Trying to decide if I think that these things will have any weaknesses to lightning, thunder, or cold. I'm gonna stick
nature or history check. I'll count it as a bonus action to see if you can try to learn something.
$21.
Okay, yeah. What element were you most interested in to see if you can remember?
Cold.
Cold. Okay. Thinking back, you remember that these are black puddings. These are quite not found too much, but they're known as adventurer killers. These are pretty nasty things, especially for inexperienced. You remember that black puddings are completely immune to the cold. Okay, that was your bonus action.
Okay, which means that I can't actually change up the elemental damage from my crossbow, but I am still going to shoot with it, just knowing that cold will do nothing. I do have advantage since it's the first round, and the black pudding hasn't got... wait.
They haven't acted yet. That was a out-of-combat thing.
Okay, yeah, I was about to ask if the attack on Brock messed up with Assassinate, but...
Nice.
Nope. We're getting through one round of combat.
Okay, so 5 of that is cold.
Okay.
So 25, but since Assassinate is active and I hit them with sneak attack damage, I do get to add 9 to it, so it's actually 34.
34. Damn. All right, yeah, so you line up the shot, bolt strikes true. You find a weak spot in this basically puddle of tar. The cold immediately doesn't do anything, but still a magical bolt from the crossbow thunks into it, immediately dissolves away, but it undulates, woggles a bit. Didn't like that, I'll tell you that, but is not wounded, but damaged at the very least. Robin, anything else?
Yeah, I'm going to use my movement to not be in its line of sight.
Fair enough. Alrighty, Oster,
Yeah,
you're up.
As I approach, does my Necklace of Adaptation affect the...
Yes, you are completely immune. Breathe in for a moment.
All right.
It burns for a half a second until your necklace pops in and creates this sort of... It almost like breathes in the chemicals, dissipates out to a lovely scent of your choice, and then immunity. You're free and clear.
Smells like thunderstorms.
Ooh.
Ooh.
All right, I can see one enemy. I think I heard people say something about multiple enemies, so I'm going to get a little closer. I can only see that one still, so I'm going to try and do something at it.
Try not to collapse the cavern on us.
That's a good point. I have used a lot of my spell slots. I think I'm going to cast Scorching Ray at it. All 3 bolts.
Okay. All 3 bolts at Puddin.
Copycat.
2nd level.
All 3 hit.
Nice.
Starts burning. What was that? 22. 32 points of fire. Hot damn. Okay, yeah, so thunk, 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 like a little rapid machine gun. All these fiery bolts warble, pops and boils. Chunks of the pudding just kind of start crusting over and dissolving, crunching away. And as it does, in its wounded state, you hear this like undulation as you notice this like tremor in the middle of its body start to split. Like an old piece of taffy or gum stuck underneath the schoolyard desk just pulls apart into 2 smaller pieces, circling Brock.
Fire doesn't do that with normal oozes. This thing's bad. Does the fire look like it was normal effective?
It was normal effect, yeah. So it's just something special that is happening here. It is still technically this. It's definitely looking really beat up.
All right. I like what Robin's doing and step out of its line of sight.
Okay. Oster, anything else? Go to the black pudding. Unless what we can do... Do we want to do short rest now? Or do we want to finish out these 2 things real quick? It's up to you.
I'd say do the 2 things first.
2
just
things,
so
you
I
got
can start up around.
Works for me.
Okay.
All right. So the black pudding that is here splits. Brock is within range. Kind of squelches to the shore. 2 sort of masses split out, each creating 2 pseudopods as a total of 4 strikes lash out at Brock. Two hit.
Oh boy.
28 acid and then 14 acid. Brock, I need you to make 2 separate D100 checks. If it is 10 or lower, your armor will be permanently damaged. You're lucky. That's my puddings.
Do I recognize that? Like,
You can tell that It's not subtle. You can see that it's trying to. Adamantine is fucking very powerful. If it wasn't adamantine, I would say it would start to be damaged for sure. Or if it was just regular +1, that N would probably turn into a 20 or 25. You could tell it's starting to dissolve. The adamantine's kind of slopping it off, but how long can it withstand?
Okay.
So, yeah, you recognize it. All right, that's them. Brock, you're up.
All right. I move forward. I will attack.
That's a hit.
I am not gonna do Psionic Strike. I will take advantage on this one.
Left or right?
Left one.
Okay. As you hit it, a few things happen. You notice that. So you're just doing this regular. Is that correct?
What do you? Just 19 total damage.
19. Okay, that's what I meant by regular, like Psionic Strike or anything else.
Right.
You chop into the black pudding, and you notice that the pudding actually starts to split. Not completely, but it kind of morphs as the axe head cuts into it, taking no damage whatsoever from the actual slashing, as it just kind of pushes away like a mold. Almost seems to clap around on the blade of the axe. Does start to burn it because it is on fire, luckily enough, so it takes a total of 4 points of fire damage. As you hit it... Oh, this is... I was so happy, Brock, that you were the one that went off by yourself. So very happy. You take 8 points of acid in retaliation. Also, since it is a magical weapon, oh, you're lucky. It has not been damaged. Brock.
Take my original damage. Interesting. I think I'm gonna use a bonus action to do my last dash. I'm gonna go. Where can I make it to? I will go here, dashing through both of them.
Okay.
Each take 16 fire.
Oh, okay. As you dash through them with a pop, both of them like stomping through puddles, squelch and burn away into nothing. Gone.
And
Brock, as you turn around the corner.
What the hell?
One more pile just kind of waits. All right, Brock.
Be able to do that. What is the... Do I have a... Set things on fire?
Mm-hmm. Ignition, yeah.
Oh, that's the weapon, right?
Mm-hmm.
Instead of when you ignite an enemy within 30 feet. He is within 30 feet. DC 13 Wisdom saving throw.
Okay, sure.
I don't think.
I'll be surprised.
Okay.
Nope, I failed.
4d6. 20 fire.
Points of fire. It's on fire.
And set ablaze. I'm gonna step there and hope that it doesn't have the range to get to me, but it probably does. But that's okay. And my cloak's gone, so that's okay. That's it.
Okay. 13, she flies in. Just immediately going to make a save, con save, try to avoid the toxic gas. 13, just like her lucky number, she succeeds. It is a partial success. So she is immune, but it will take. Oh, try to do this real quick. 29 points. Ooh, that is a lot. Acid. She moves in the range. And I think she'll just move there, take the dodge action, and that is where we'll call it for now. So, one of them is banished. It is a temporary thing. I put the circle on the map to show that's exactly where it'll respawn once you choose to drop it or a minute passes. As Brock, you see another one in a smaller pile start to squelch and make its way down the corridor towards you. Adventurers, chat will be back in just a moment. Short rest time. Okay. Let me just double check the wording. Banishment real
Strand
quick.
back?
Creatures. Okay. So, yeah, just keep in mind. So, banishment, it lasts a minute, 10 rounds, basically
Yep.
combat. It's concentration. If you break concentration, it'll poof back. You can also choose to, at any time, to be like, hey, go back to your spot. While a creature is banished, if there are no other creatures, you are still technically in combat because it's there. It's just sort of removed temporarily. Unless it's, something from out of our plane, like a fucking devil or aberration or something. So that's why I put the circle. So just a heads up, since it's from Faerun, still technically in play. All right. Sounds like we're all back.
Yep.
Let's return back to it. Top of the round, Voda. You're up.
Do you want to beat something up or do you want to heal? Just give me the word and I can make it return.
I'm gonna beat something up.
Okay. Is there anything else on the battlefield or was that it?
I just used an ability south of me.
Something way down here.
Okay.
Can't quite get there. Unless... Here's what we'll do. I'll fly a little way down the hallway. And I will launch a... leech. This big ooze. So I attack.
Okay, yeah. You fly down the hall, 10 foot, pretty much hitting your head in the ceiling, just at the very top. Floating
just
over
like- Just off the ground.
it. Yeah, you're just barely there. Floating down the hall, lining up a shot with the leech. It easily connects. Again, these things are not nimble in the slightest. Spectral leech attaches to the black pudding.
Alright, so initially they take 3d6 force damage. 8 force damage.
Okay. Notice that as the force connects, strikes into the black pudding, the resonance kind of warbles through it. It seems that you said 8 takes 16 points of force damage instead, recognizing that seemed to be quite effective.
Man, we're all just very spread out. I don't want to go too far. I'll just sit here by Brock. Go next.
Awesome. Wood, you're up.
Okay. Wood is going to do a quick little triage and observe that perhaps we should delegate some healing. And I'm going to quickly look at my beautiful staff of healings description to have a recollection of what that meant. Thank you, oh holy DM. Oh, hard on it? My gosh. Okay, I would like to cast. Okay. I'd like to use oh, that's Cure Wounds. Uh-oh, okay. Sorry, I was happily in Ben and Jerry's land. So I am going to cast Healing Word. Zoop. Let's go second level on Brock.
Thank you.
And then
Ooh, all ones and twos.
I'm so sorry. And I'm just gonna keep concentrating because I think I've used all my bardic die for the day. Yeah, I can see Brock. I have cat vision.
He's also standing at the edge of like a glowing green pool.
Hmm.
So it's pretty well lit.
All right. Robin,
Robin.
you're next.
Okay. Oh, Brock is not nearly as far away as I thought. I thought Brock was like down here. Okay, let's see. Well, I can't see any enemies to attack, so I'm going to use my bonus action to change my elemental white crossbow to lightning damage.
Alrighty.
And then, let's see, 20, 25, 30. And then I am going to use my dash action. 15. And do I need to do a check to scooch around to here?
Since you are size small, there is enough space that you can scoot around, so you're good.
I am going to... Oh, whoa, this opens up into a whole new room. Okay, seeing that, I am going to not go all the way in the room, just stand here in the hallway. And that is my action, bonus action, and movement, so go Oster.
Oster, you're up.
10 feet to here. I don't see any enemies. Oster's confused. He flies in a little further to see what's going on. So I've gone 20 feet. I guess I'd ask the group, where are they? What's happening?
Brock and Voda would be looking south in like offensive or defensive positions.
All right,
I'm focused
30
on
feet.
seeking one banished, so
All right. I see it now. I will cast. You know, I liked how the fire did against it last time. I don't think I have. I should calm down with the spell slots. I'm gonna do like a second level chromatic orb.
Okay.
Add it. Of lightning.
Of lightning. Alright.
I don't think I've tried that on it.
Okay. Orb flies through, thunks, strikes. And as
Damn.
it does, yeah, big old explosion of lightning.
Pretty close to max damage.
And even with all that power, go ahead.
And I add the 4 from my draconic lightning thing.
Sure. 28 points of lightning. Bolt flies through the air. Crashes into it. Lightning shoots off. The dust settles for a brief moment. As you recognize Oster, and nothing happened at all.
I turn to the group and say, well, don't use lightning. Very well. And fly gives 60 feet of fly speed, so I'm gonna zip off into a corner back here.
Okay. Oster, anything else? Go to my turn. So, two things. I have 2 dots that are proccing right now. I'm burning, and I've got a spectral leech. So, burn me up first. 11 points of fire. Oh, beautiful. Okay. And leech me. 10, and that is force damage. Okay, so that turns into 20 points. So wounding it. 2 things happen.
I actually don't think it has a damage type. They just lose the HP.
If what I usually do is if I don't say, I do unmitigated force damage. That's my catch-all.
Oh, okay.
So if something had resistance, it was still damaging. If it's vulnerable to force, it still would have to deal with it. So
I'll take it. Don't want to get
Force is your raw magic damage type.
Exactly. It's the most primal, like true. That's what everything originated from. That is my sort of thought.
Gotcha.
Nice.
So 2 things happen. The starts to split and get torn to pieces, splitting into 2 parts. But since I have 2 status effects, what I'm going to do is this, where 1 is now leeched and 1 is on fire.
Hey, nice. I like that.
That's funny.
Very goofy. So we'll do that and that. But it's up. Now that it is in its smaller form, I have to check something. Okay. Split. Welching, squishing. Oh, Voda, you were lucky. Okay. Yeah, so the one behind it just got... Now that it's smaller, tentacle lashes out towards you, Voda. It just isn't enough to reach you. But the one closer to you does. You are 10 feet in the air.
No. It's
yeah.
5. I'm like...
You're 5
I'm basically
feet.
hovering. I just still have wings, but it doesn't really matter.
Perfect. Thank you. So that's enough. 2 pseudopods lash out right at you, Voda.
Yep.
2 tentacles of acid squelch and splat. You're a monk, luckily, so you're not really wearing any armor. I don't think you are, right?
I'm not wearing any armor. That's
Perfect.
just a lot of damage.
It is. Well, I didn't
And
crit you, so don't worry about that.
And yeah, I can't any of that. It's not.
Hold on. I can roll a... What level are we? 9?
9.
Oh.
I could use lucky
Oh, shit.
to make you re-roll, but like you could just crit me.
That is a possibility.
I am going to use a... When you order the creature, you can see... Roll the dice. I'm rolling a D8. I don't know if this is going to help, but I'm going to do it anyways. Okay, well. That is... 6 damage reduced.
6 damage
I don't know
reduced,
that
so
helps,
28
but-
turns into a 22, and then 24,
Yeah, it's...
which is
I'm down.
46. That's enough. Still.
Completely soaked in acid and obliterated.
I have
The benefit, though,
nickel
is
for
that I
every
learned that
time
I'm...
Voda soaked in acid and went down, I would have 2 nickels.
2 nickels.
Seemingly a problem of mine.
I'm gonna say the spectral leech goes away. Is that what we decided? If you're down, you shouldn't have a connection to your staff anymore.
I don't think it's come up before. That kind of makes sense.
I feel like that'd be
Like
broken.
I'm not.
because
It's
then
not like
you'd be able to-
concentration, but like I
No.
am like I am channeling magic, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say that goes away. So it's for balance. Okay.
Yeah, 'cause
Voda,
having
you
it
are.
was like bring me back up.
Yeah,
on
exactly.
his
Because then you
turn.
could
Kinda weird.
leech a boss or something, and then just break it. Something with a shit ton of HP. Alrighty.
That's what the injury table's for.
Might still come up. Acid's a fun one. I did put feelers out there. I don't know if you all saw this was a while ago, but if you looked at the injury table, you think of some new, fresh ideas, feel free. I'm always fine with that. But we can do that later. Cool. That's my puddings. Brock, you're up.
I will. We're going to. I'm going to use one of my attacks to set the other one on fire. Roll, or you're going to make a
Wisdom save.
wisdom saving throw.
I fail.
Good. 4d6. 12 and set ablaze.
It immediately burns into a crispy chunk of tar. Go on.
All right, and then I'm gonna step over Voda, and I am going to attack.
A step over Voda.
And I am going to use a Psionic Strike, and with advantage.
Okay. Yeah, that's
With
it.
advantage. Oh, 31. I'm gonna take the bottom one because I think I can just straight up choose which one, which has 9
Sure.
force instead of 4 force.
Okay. Yeah, you chop into it. The slashing again does nothing. It almost seems to kind of move around it, but the magic from the axe head kind of warbles through, as well as your sort of psionic, or rather sort of forceful push. Magic flows through, burns a little bit, and then the force damage spans outwards as the smaller sort of goop pile just splats, squelches on either side, slowly dripping down, dissolving some of the stonework until it is nothing. Nicely done.
Oh yeah.
That one's gone.
I am going to. I see. Wood presumably readying a spell of some sort for. Photo. Okay.
You see some Helm and Raven Queen fan fiction in their hands, ready to throw.
I'm like, I think like, oh, I need a potion. I go to pull a potion off my belt, and all I come back with is a potion of healing. I'm like, oh fuck, I'll use it anyways. though. I only got, well, now I have 0 potions of healing.
Ooh.
Go next.
Okay. 13, I think the situation. So how I kind of picture, again, banishment is that you can almost see this like after image of where it is, so everyone knows when it'll sort of pop back in. That's my idea. Sort of like an outline or a mirage sort of effect, as if, this was a game or something. And I think she'll just keep taking the dodge action. What I will say for balance-wise, because, yeah, it's a minute, just for whatever, if you don't, if the full turn goes by and it's still banished, it's just going to immediately proc back the next round. So that allows you a full turn to possibly heal, get in position, whatever you want to do. And if it's the last thing on the initiative order, because then it's not like, oh, let's do 5 turns of shit, because that's just time waste. Does that sound fair?
Sir, yes, sir.
Okay.
Yeah, I think that makes sense.
Doesn't come into play really all that often, so. Voda, is that for you? The 6 healing? Oh.
No, that was from me.
Oh, that was for you. Oh, greedy. Okay. Just a little
Oh,
top
I had a
off.
bonus action. I
Voting
couldn't
dying.
heal him.
Oh, that's true. Okay.
Failure.
Oh, 1 fail. Not a success. Don't lie. Wood.
Wood's going to screech, "Not I watch!" And will proceed to healing word. 16 healing for Voda. You get a page of the Raven Queen holding the helm's gauntleted hand.
Why?
I snap up to a sitting position. Real shit.
Alrighty. And then I'm going to slink to boop, boop. Because I'm small, so I think I can make it to here.
Yep. I'm fine with that.
And then I'll say, sorry for blocking your way, Robin. I can't see anything else, so hopefully everyone's going to be fine with that. And then it'll be Robin's turn.
Robin.
Okay, well. Lightning's not going to do anything. Cold's not going to do anything. I highly doubt acid would help the situation. And I don't want to risk thunder damage in here. With how unstable the ceiling is. So, I am going to, I guess, look around this room a bit. Just scan the room, see if there's any danger.
Sure.
See quickly, like with a bonus action, look around.
Go right ahead. That's fine with me.
Should not have advanced.
23. You do spot something. You
Oh, no.
spot that there is a tripwire set up here. Opposite sides of the cavern, that as you look at it, there are these small, tiny little caches, like half the size of a potion bottle, of what looks to be almost like a diluted rune powder. Mechanically, those would be bombs.
Okay, good to know. It doesn't seem like there's anything in here that will ambush me with my back turned. So I am going to return to right here and then ready in action to fire my crossbow, with the trigger being the pudding popping back into existence.
Okay.
And go Oster.
I will complete my circuit of the room, just flying circles, sort of. Not see these guys down here anymore. See people are doing things to get ready. Move back up to here. And also ready in action. I can ready a cantrip, but not a leveled spell generally, right?
I think so. I'm not too upset with that. Turn. I'll just say this. Voda, do you remember for the other game the rules I said for bombs? Remember I typed it up because I made that up on the fly. And
give you 1 second.
I wanted to.
Into the other
No
game.
worries. Yeah, I want that to be something that possibly could come up more often because rune powder exists. You know, thank you BG3 and a rare consumable that I can add to the shop.
I put that
Cool.
in my sheet. So 2 seconds.
Fantastic. No worries. But Oster, please continue.
All right. If I can only do a cantrip, I'll ready a sorceress burst.
Okay.
And I'm gonna say I want to complete our circuit of checking what does what, and say this is gonna be psychic damage.
Oh. Okay.
I didn't realize sorceress burst could do psychic previously. Otherwise, I would have used that in the Duergar fights.
Didn't know that either. Shit.
But yeah, for same as Robin, when this thing appears, I'm gonna pop a little psychic magic at it.
Okay.
Sounds good to me.
I am looking at the rules, and I don't know if this is how we play it, but it does say that readying a spell does require concentration.
Oh.
Hmm.
Interesting.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Guess it makes
Is
sense.
it specifically leveled spells, or is it any spell?
When you ready a spell, you cast it as normal, but hold its energy, which you release with your reaction when the trigger occurs. To be readied, a spell must have a casting time of an action, and holding on to
Okay.
the spell's magic requires concentration, which you can maintain up to the start of your next turn.
Got it. So if you were
Okay.
concentrating on something else, like Blur, for
Right.
example,
I have fly
you couldn't hold it because
concentration.
your mind's already focused. Yeah, that
Right.
makes sense.
That makes
I like that rule,
Okay.
actually. I'm
Yeah,
going
no,
to remember that.
That's good. All right, I will then just duck behind cover.
Okay.
Because I want to keep the fly up. That's all.
Sounds good to me.
Black pudding.
Alrighty, Black Pudding. Now, since it's been full round for the pudding, it immediately just pops back into an existence. Ring's gone. Banishment fades away, since again, last creature and thing, just to help speed up combat a little bit. You're no longer concentrating. And I think what it would do now is immediately proc your held actions as it tries to figure out what to do.
Yeah, this is going to be a sad attack because it's just flat with no advantage or sneak attack or any of that.
Mhm.
I'm toggling off sneak attack. 16.
16 is a hit. Bolt flies true.
That is 7 piercing damage.
7 piercing. Okay.
And the
Dunks
6 of
into it.
lightning, which I assume does nothing.
It does nothing. All right. Any other held actions? Let me go to the pudding. So I think at this point it's not like an intelligent thing. It's just hungry. So it would see who's in range. 13. Oster's hiding behind the wall. Lucky you. It's not going to pay attention. So it's going to do. What it is, 2 lets of acidic pseudopods squelch and fly towards you. Let's see. 16 goes wide, but a 23 connects, smacking Wood right center mass, 28 points of acid. Wood, what kind of armor are you wearing?
That is an excellent question. Unimmune to magic missiles. Where would I find armor on my sheet?
Go to inventory. I'm gonna help you out.
Inventory. Okay. Armor.
Okay.
I'd have a shield.
Mhm.
Armor. Okay. I think it's media.
And not the specific name. I'm wondering if it's okay. So it is a +1 chain shirt. So this is technically a magical item. So can you please roll me a D100? If it is 25 or lower, it is now permanently damaged. You're lucky.
So
Hits
close.
the magic kind of washes past. You can tell that it may not be able to take more hits like that, but you're okay for now.
Okay.
That is its turn. It's just going to stay there and just keep flailing all around. Rock. Yeah.
It has the 15 feet of range for that.
Yeah.
Okay. Trying to make sure. I am going to do another set of blaze from my sword.
Okay.
Wisdom save.
13.
I think that's beats it, yeah. Is it just
Okay.
nothing, I think? Yeah.
Does nothing. It's all or nothing.
And then it says instead of one of your attacks, so I would assume that I can't do that again until
Correct.
next turn. Okay.
You can't do both. Yeah. But you can attack like a cut or swing rather. That's fine.
I don't know that I have. I don't think I have any. I mean, I do technically have a. I have a spear. Fuck it, I'll throw a spear. Do I have a spear? Wait. It's on my sheet, but I don't know if it's in my. I don't have javelins in my inventory, so. I'm gonna say that I don't have that. I think it's just on my sheet because it was just added.
Okay. Roll me 1d4 plus 1. Because that's roughly about a bundle of javelins. Okay, 4 javelins.
All right. I will throw a javelin.
Sure. Line up a shot. Throw a javelin right into this fucking disgusting mass of tar and
what is the damage for
is
javelin?
a hit. Javelin is, I believe it's 1d6 plus your strength mod for just a good old classic javelin.
11 piercing, I would assume.
Yep, it's piercing. Okay. Javelin strikes 2. Thunks. It immediately dissolves into its form, but does damage it. Javelin is no more.
There is no look of loss on my face. I do not mourn for the javelin.
You got 3 left.
I am going to use a second wind, and that'll be it.
Okay. 13. She is going to stop dodging, and now that the puddle has made itself known, she pulls back her fist, punching into the air twice, right into the ooze. One of them goes completely wide, but one does connect for not 13, but 26 points of force damage. Creature kind of, and as it does, it starts to split, ripping in half. So that turns into... Okay, that's her turn. Voda, you're up.
I will backspring to my feet. And I'm a little wounded. Let's launch a chill guy. Well, it may die. But I also don't have much else to do. I can Scorching Ray them again. Yeah, I'll touch my... But them I'll do 2 here and here.
Okay, I didn't see where those went, but they all hit.
Hit. Say 2 here.
1 here.
Yeah.
Got it.
Here. All hit. 11 hits. Interesting.
Yeah, they're really not moving much.
Yeah, it's perfect. Thank you.
Alrighty. Several bolts of fire strike, hitting the undulating oozes. So the first one is 10 total. Pixels of health, and yeah, absolute pixels of health on both of them. Still up.
And I'm just going to use a potion as a bonus action.
Sounds good to me.
And go next.
Wood.
Okay. I'm going to use my action to heal myself. And that would be giving myself kitty kisses with cure wounds. Ooh. And I would like to... How many more of these do I have? Okay, cool. I'm gonna use second level to give myself 23. And then after that, I am going to scamper behind Robin and just be scared.
Careful. Tripwire. Careful the tripwire.
Can you draw where the tripwire? Oh, it's right there. It's gonna be your turn. Robin, your turn.
Okay. Don't really have any way to hit 2 targets. So I will just bonus action steady aim to get advantage.
Yep.
And shoot at the one closest to me.
Okay.
29 to hit. If an 11
Definitely
hits,
hits.
I assume a 29 does.
Yep. No, it doesn't. Line up a shot, bolt flies true.
That is 31.
Yeah. Pops just kind of squelches in, the bolt dissolves, even though it's magical, just kind of consumes it, and then just shrinks into the pool of acid and just dissolves away into the basin. Gone.
Okay, and I don't think I really have anything else to do, so go next.
Okay. Oster, you're up.
I'm now gonna do what I'd planned on setting up in advance and do the Sorcerous Burst of Psychic at it.
Okay. Sorry, I was
13 hits.
13 hits. Yep, I was saving an image. All right, yeah. Bolt of energy flies, strikes it. What damage?
11 psychic.
11 psychic. Okay, yeah. The psychic energy twists. Small voices kind of fly off from this bolt of energy and just strikes into the mass. Warbles a bit. It doesn't seem to be as effective as you hope, but it doesn't matter because finally it succumbs and dies. So 5 points of psychic, but is no more. Adventurers, congratulations. You have survived once more.
Good job, team.
All right, we should try and get to somewhere safe while the flight is still active. I hate to rush people right after combat, but I can maintain this for about 10 minutes. This combat was over quickly, less than a minute, but still, let's keep moving, please.
Here's a question, Joe. I don't know if this actually says. Like, I sprout wing for 10 minutes, similar to, but like it's not a spell.
Yep.
Should say in
Let
the
me see how-
description.
Yeah, let me look at this real. I just
People are
wonder if I still have those.
Oh, right,
think
after
it might
going
go
down.
away if
Oh
you're
no,
incapacitated.
yeah. If I'm incapacitated, they go away, or
Okay.
they retract. Yeah,
That
I
makes
cannot
sense.
fly anymore.
Because I was looking at
Unfortunately.
some species traits last week for reasons.
Building a backup character.
Where do we want to head over to? The right side? Where Wood is?
I would like to attempt to disarm this tripwire.
Okay.
Load.
What would I roll for that?
Sleight of hand, please.
Not advantage, but I am going to change that to a 22 with my reliable
Okay.
talent.
That makes sense. With your reliable talent, you notice first that you're about to slip up and that, yeah, it would disarm, but you can see that, like, possibly one of these sort of like a metal encased tubes that's roughly about the size of my hand, but sort of thinner. Think of like a cylinder. Um, Honestly, think like a Red Bull can is kind of like the idea I'm picturing of, but it's this like carved metal that has almost like a sunburst kind of carved into it. You can see that there's actually like a small bit of like powder tucked into almost this like dirt, very compact. It smells somewhat similar to the acidicness, but very more earthy. Tiny little specks of like twinkling dust inside it. But beyond that, you notice that as your hand's about to slip, you take a breath and then immediately fix and correct your sort of miscalculation. With a 22, you easily disarm the tripwire. And in doing so deftly, you now have 2 rune powder grenades. Bombs. Let me add a handout here.
We should be careful this way, guys, or just in here. In addition to all the natural traps, guys, I found a non-naturally occurring trap. Unless this is naturally occurring tripwires with grenades. Someone do a nature check, see if these grenades are naturally occurring.
Beep.
What do you think, Wood? These natural?
You know, I think so. Can I see if while I am, for kicks and giggles, can I see if this, may I roll a religion check to see if this sun or perhaps another does a part of the grenade seems to be a religious artifact, or like give any indication of
Go right ahead. Yeah. 15, that is enough. That symbol, the symbol of a sort of sun is incorporated with a lot of gods. For example, Lathander is a very classic one, but there's a slight different sort of tweak. There's almost a mechanical view of this sun. You notice like gears and sprockets kind of underneath, through, almost acting like lightning towers. Like the sun is actually these several spokes through this imagery. What you remember is the symbol of a god. It is a gnomish deity, symbol of ingenuity, innovation. It is normally aligned with something good, using technology as a prosperous forward thing. A old god, but has definitely gained prominence over the past 50 to 100 years or so, especially in larger cities like Baldur's Gate.
Oh my goodness! It's been so long since I've seen a sun like this. It reminds me of something that was on my dad's bookshelves once. This belongs to one of the gnomish gods. A very good tinkerer. He was pretty old, but what's his name? Oh, I bet I have a pamphlet or something of him.
We think there are gnomes down here?
I mean, it's possible. It's very strange that this is here. I wonder if a group of gnomes absconded to the Underdark.
Hey, 13.
He looks over to you.
You know of any groups of gnomes that would be around these parts?
She skirts around the acid. Takes a moment. Recognizes, she still has the flag building. She just kind of chuckles to herself. Gnomes, yeah. I mean, there are gnomes in the Underdark. The Smurf Nebulin, or deep gnomes, is what most folks usually like to call them. I would be surprised if these halls maybe even housed trading caravans of gnomes and other folk.
Well, there was a tripwire set across this stretch of ground, hooked up to these guys, and I point at the grenades.
Her eyes sort of open wide. That's something you don't see every day. Rune powder. You know what you have right there is very volatile and dangerous. She takes like a few steps back, just kind of looking at it, almost in fear of these metallic vials.
Interesting. Why would my dad have books about Underdark gnomes? Or where's the flow of information? This is getting popular in Baldur's Gate too, I've heard. Oh, this is so confusing.
So then would you suggest that we dispose of these somehow? Or...
These could come in handy. I mean, if they're gnomish made, they're high quality. Wood's going to adjust their gnomish hat.
Keen seems to have concerns about their stability.
Just don't fall, that's fine.
I'm not super keen on my backpack exploding.
Does one of these to you.
Your body, your choice.
I am going to set them down very gently in this corner.
Okay.
And I said very gently. And if one of you guys wants them, they're over here.
I suspect we might find something to do with these gnomes over that way. I point, where the tripwire was guarding against people going. Do we want to explore that way?
I wouldn't mind carrying these. I don't know how I'm going to get around this corner though.
Yeah,
Brock, did you have a plan?
I rolled an athletics check to jump the corner. I don't. If that's bad, I may
change direction midair.
Well, I was kind of thinking kind of like a this vibe, like try to jump into the wall and then bounce.
It is a partial success. You do find that you're going to land to safety, but some of your pack may wobble a little bit and jangle. You would feel that you may lose something.
Considering I have the invulnerability, true call, invisibility, and that's the only potions that I have, I'm gonna use my inspiration.
Okay, it may not just be potions too. You could feel it could be rations, it could be those new javelins, it could be anything.
Not the pastries.
I'll use an inspiration.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
Plenty.
Oh yeah.
Easy.
I will sit here, and if Voda wants me to grab him or if Oster wants to pick up Voda or something, I don't know. Whatever.
Yeah, I'll jump, but it didn't look like there was much to grab onto. So if you just hold your hand out,
yeah,
I'll just jump it.
I'll help as well. Yes. I wasn't here when Brock made his roll initially, so I wouldn't be able to help him. But
Is it with advantage?
Click.
Yes. I would say with everyone, with the three of you sort of working together and all that, no need to roll.
Okay.
I
Well,
was
good.
just gonna say,
Excellent.
good.
Yeah,
'Cause I
I'm
didn't
over
see
here.
that.
I'm over
I
here now.
did see that. Yeah, the three of you working together, you're lucky. Jump around the corner.
Oh boy. So where was the?
Okay, set down a couple of grenades there. Be careful, guys. This halt. There are traps now.
I'm gonna grab those
floating
grenades.
a little above the ground. Can I roll for traps down this hallway in front of me?
Sure.
Robin, you said you put those down somewhere.
Down below.
Yes, down here.
I'll pick them up. I've got fleet feet
I can see
at Bob.
this way and then down this to about here. I can't really see anything around this corner or that corner from where I am. So I guess in that line, is there any... Oh, sorry, that was not the measuring tool. In that line, are there any traps?
You don't spot any real traps. You could tell that the hallway does have some loose rubble. It looks to be in a pretty bad state, but no tripwires, no rooms, nothing like that.
All right, I call back to 13. We're almost out of time on the flight. If you want to get over solid ground and maybe across the chasm.
She floats right behind you, pats you on the shoulder. Thanks for the heads up.
Joe, what am I seeing down south here? See some sort of fog of some ilk?
You do. There seems to be this strange pocket of what looks to be like fog initially, but it's a slight hue, a tint. I know with dark vision can't fully see, but there is some light bouncing off from the moonlight rapier from Robin behind you, so I'll give this to you. The fog has actually a deep yellowish tint. It's thick and soupy, more than what normal fog would look like.
Can I roll a survival
Medicine,
check?
Arcana, nature, survival, any of those would work, actually. You could very well could.
I'll do survival.
Okay. 21. This helps because with your ancestry being a dwarf, you recognize that this is a pocket of toxic gas. Dwarves are pretty resilient to this. It is a natural occurring thing. Being in the Underdark, further and further down you go, there are these pockets of not just like methane, but I'm picturing all these like sort of toxic gases that build up and sort of creep through. There's stories and histories, especially from your ancestors, about how the further and further that you dig, there are these toxic pockets that are supposedly being created by theories that even sort of demon princes that create this sort of excess gas to possibly lure people or to it's just like a sort of a natural occurring thing. Whether it is or not, it's hearsay, but you do know that there are these pockets of gas that are quite dangerous to breathe in.
Are they
Being
also
your
dangerous
resilience. Sure.
to possibly set on fire? Is it that kind of toxic?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Well, don't go down that hallway. There's toxic gas that also explodes if it were to catch on fire. So I recommend not shooting anything down there. But I'm also not your mom, so do whatever you want.
I'm curious. I have this necklace that should keep me relatively safe, but maneuvering there seems hard.
Well, I
How
have
much
bad
time
news.
left flying?
And I would like to point out that, I guess you are flying, but if your flying runs out, there could be more tripwires obscured by the fog.
Good point. Good point.
And on cue, your feet touch the ground.
Bad news. We've hit a dead end.
Maybe we do check it out.
"13 looks at you all and says, obviously, if we keep going that way." She walks over to Voda. "Was there anywhere else missing? There has to be more. These places are honeycombs of passageways, staircases. Obviously, this place has not seen civilization for many years, but
Did anyone specifically check the hallway where somebody hid the grenades for a little bit for secret passages? I feel like this seems like the sort of place where that might occur. That is a good thought, 13.
I mean, there was
There
also
was
just
also,
hallways we just didn't go down.
yeah,
that we
where we
passed by.
first fell in, there was a hallway due south that we didn't explore.
True.
I mean, I'll look. Do I see any sort of hidden mechanisms?
you look and make a investigation check. 18. You do not spot any hidden levers or mechanisms or anything of the sort, but you do find some old graffiti. Do you understand? You know what? Roll me a d20. It's definitely in an exotic language. I'm gonna double check. Here.
17.
Okay. 17. So luckily it's not so low would have been bad. High is good. It is written in Elvish. You notice that the script is Elvish and flowing, and there's a small sort of motif, sort of stamped with a circle seal of what looks to be like a spider dripping something.
Hey, does anyone speak Elvish?
I can. Yes.
I look between
Don't go that way.
Voda and at Oster, and then I look at Voda, and then I look at Oster.
Voda, I think you've stepped off of the...
Oh,
Yeah,
what?
you're falling down the cliff.
I gotta say,
Goodbye.
Joe,
Hello,
A
Elvish.
plus map making. The drop offs are not quite obvious,
Okay, so
but that's a me problem probably.
that's fine. That's fine. So it's tiles. So the art's pre-made, and then I just created the pads. But yeah, it's not the clearest.
It's
like
probably
I'm really
a me
zoomed in,
problem.
but it's not a big deal. I'm not going to be a jerk about it. Perfect.
Thank you, Ali.
You
We're
falling
working on
down?
No, obviously I did not just step here for no reason.
I know I'm not going to be a jerk. So yeah, you look in the corner, and there are no mechanisms, nothing of the sort, but there is some old graffiti written in Elvish. Oster, you could tell that this, since you are of your lineage and you speak Elvish, it is somewhat of not your direct lineage of like surface.
Not high elf.
So not high elf, no. This is written by a drow hand for sure. It does say it's old, faded, but there's little notes specifically mentioning of how to access the dwarven cathedral. Something about reverence to there's like some derogatory terms about like the hammerer or the old dwarf. It seems like possibly they wanted to steal something, And then they mentioned that it was sealed by 2 magical locks that are unique. The keys will be found around somewhere, and then they just kind of stopped, as if like they were writing a note to someone else, not just like graffiti, but leaving a note for possibly a different party member. And then there's a tiny little stamp about the size of like the circumference of my thumb, just a little seal. That is, again, you don't need to roll being your lineage. It is a symbol to Lolth.
Okay.
Wood gasps.
I go back to the group and say, it's written by the dialect isn't terribly familiar, but I'm pretty sure it's Drow. A bit racist against dwarves. Sorry, they were trying to steal something from a dwarven cathedral. Need 2 keys, but it leaves off sort of abruptly. It seems like whoever was writing it got interrupted. I don't. It's not the most information to go with, but it does. They were stealing something from a dwarven cathedral.
Do you think it was Dritz who wrote that message? Oh, wait, but no.
I've heard rather good things about Dritz. I hope he wasn't that racist.
Oh my gosh, oh my gosh, oh my gosh. This is my chance. And I'm going to slink in front and then leave some Lothander fan fiction in front of the symbol of the stamp of Lolth. This might be my only chance.
Yeah.
We haven't taken many notes on this campaign.
Wood, so remind me, what exactly are you trying to do? I mean, you're copying down what it says, but... Sorry.
No, I am... have been seeking like any reference to Lolth to leave some fan fiction in front of the symbols of her, but because it's been a pretty dangerous, dodgy area, or being in the Underdark, it wasn't as much as a vacation guide as the tourism pamphlets promised. Wood's going to leave a little bit of fan fiction in front of this message.
Adorable. Okay. You know what? For shits and giggles, roll me a D100.
Okay. D100.
$58. Okay, nothing happens.
Okay. There's more where that came from.
If she rolled low, was Lolth going to accept a sacrifice? Or an offering, I guess, more than sacrifice?
I was looking for a high number.
Okay.
Then maybe Lathander would have acknowledged us.
Maybe. We'll see. Who knows? Maybe we'll have an opportunity.
Definitely a non-zero chance that Wood ends up offending a deity.
Oh my god.
I wouldn't be surprised if they already or I'd be surprised if they haven't already, I guess.
You sound like my teachers. Next thing you're gonna say is I should apply myself more often. Then maybe I'd stop being a novice, having to give out pamphlets as my day job, and actually devote myself to a god. Listen! All of the gods are interesting, and I think they're underappreciated in the romantic studies of theology.
Do I need to roll anything to get around this corner?
I'm not gonna be a jerk about it. Y'all have been successful enough in figuring out how to get through this section that I'm just to help speed things along. No more need to rolls for at least this corner of the map.
Do we want to go down here? Because there seems like a good pathway down here. Without having to go back over that big gap. All right,
I mean, we could.
Sure.
jumping back over.
Yep.
I can
Jump over.
go ahead a little bit just to see if there's anything useful. I know that didn't necessarily work out last time, but I guess it did work out. I don't know. Do you want me to roll for this little jump here?
Depending on where you want to jump to.
Here. Oh
There?
my.
No, you're fine.
What
Continues.
the fuck am I looking at?
To the west, you are looking at. So you jump a few feet upwards. You can tell the staircase is moving. It's kind of spiraling towards the south there. But as you jump on a few of these sort of steps, crumbles a little bit under your weight. You turn and look towards the west, and you notice that the ground is covered. And sadly, I don't have art for this. Theater of the mind. The ground is covered in these sharp, almost like stalagmites of like, it looks like glass that kind of wave through the ground, poking upwards. They look crystalline in nature. There's a very like soft, not a very bright glow, but there's just like this internal, very soft sort of like subtle glow coming from these crystals.
Okay. Seems like that's possibly somewhere we want to go. Seeing more gas. I'm just gonna do a quick. Feel free to stop me if I need to.
I absolutely will. Stop.
Really
I need you to
interesting.
immediately make me a dexterity saving throw.
Uh-oh.
Step down. The tile work gives away as you notice that you can feel yourself suddenly fall downwards. 14 is a partial success. You grab hold of the lip of the edge. You see that there is a pit, good old classic pit of spikes that you could just smell. You can tell that there's just coated, and you could just hear the words super tetanus fill your mind. You grab hold of the pit, but just like everything else, I need you to roll me a D100. Let's see how bad this is for you. 80, not bad at all. You are going to lose something. Your choice on what it is. It could be a few rations. It could be, hell, some gold. It could be a single potion. It could be maybe a utility item. Or you could roll a D3, or if that's how many javelins you lose, they fall into the bottom of the pit.
How many rations?
Why don't you roll me a D6?
That's fine. I'm fine losing. Yeah, I'm fine losing.
Three rations are lost. That's it.
Oh, that was not. That was 13 rations.
Okay.
I am low on rations, but that's okay. Yeah, I still don't love the idea of going down to this toxic area, but I'm not sure where else to go at the moment. I mean, we could try to investigate these crystals and see if there's anything interesting about them that would yield us something useful.
I whispered to Robin, "Hey, where's Brock? I've lost sight of him. Everyone's like clustered in this corner, and Brock is
He went jumping down the acid hallway.
alone again. Oh my god! I'm gonna run along this wall. Brock, seriously, dude, you can't just go run off like
ahead.
this. You wanna know what happened the last time you scouted ahead?
We killed a bunch of stuff?
You got ambushed. That's what happened. You got ambushed, and no one was even remotely close to you.
And no one died.
I mean, Voda came close.
I just like gesture to like my completely acid stained clothes. It's like holes all over them.
I mean, we would have had to fight him anyways. It's gonna be really tough to get down there to either side. I don't know. Thoughts? Do we investigate these crystals?
We could try our luck with the southern hallway where we fell in.
Southern hallway. Fell in? Which one? Oh.
Northwest. Very
Oh,
corner.
all
of
the way
map.
at the beginning. I have to go back over the gap, though. I
And
could
if we're
also...
looking for different routes than that, or the crystal room or the toxic gas seem to be our only options.
I should be able to just jump across the gap to the crystal room. It's not that large of a gap.
From where you're standing, you'd be able to clear it. Yes.
And worst case scenario, if something goes terribly wrong, I have a fast get out of jail free card. I'm gonna jump.
That's only if
Okay.
you remain conscious.
You jump, having the elevation to your advantage. I'm not even going to have you roll. To clear it, a little bit of running start. The heavy thud, you land into this chamber. The room spans upwards rather, to 30 feet in height. This sort of remnants of a massive hall. You see that the room, surprisingly, not only are these strange like shards of crystals growing on the ground, there are fungus shells growing through. Different than what you've seen before. You could almost hear a soft sort of like hum. You could feel the tinge of magic in the air. This pocket, this section, definitely has a connection to the weave more so than any other spot within this labyrinth you've experienced so far. It almost feels not like a full-blown like tear, but a small sort of like a seat, a place of power, a manipulation to the weave. You also see that there's this huge, for those that can't see the room yet, huge scar in the center of the room, two chunks of stone that create sort of these landing spots. But the most interesting thing in the room is that at the statue to the south, it almost looks like a celestial, divine sort of creature, and in their hands is an orb of light, a ball that seems to be spinning sort of counterclockwise, this glowing sort of light. Around it, though, you see a sort of shielded magical barrier.
Yeah, guys, we're gonna want to be in here. There's some real spicy things happening. I do think it's possible that we could get to this room better from this west area, from the entrance. But it's gonna be difficult either way. But, and I look at the camera, that's for next time.
Like whoever dug out these halls, we're just trying to create problems that we have to solve.
I mean, as it was originally created, it would have been a fine place. So deteriorated and gross.
Mm-hmm. Hundreds of years of creatures and pockets of magic and distortion, and Underdark's is a it's a shithole. There's just so much stuff going on. But yeah, cool. That's where we'll leave it off. This sort of almost microbiome, this seep of the weave magic distorting things. There's clearly strange, not just like growths, but this whole sort of room feels off, different than what we've experienced so far. But yeah, adventurers, again, thank you for a lovely session. Chat, thank you for hanging out with us. Our lovely little experimental dungeon that I've been working on. As per usual, schedule the 25th. How are we looking?
Works for me.
Looking beautiful.
For me.
Be fun.
Perfect. Chat, we'll see you there. Make sure to join us as we move further and closer to the next major location. Hell yeah.